Welcome to another session about the Visual BI extensions for Design Studio. This time we will take a look how we can use Excel files or Google Sheets as a data source. We will take a look at three scenarios. First, we will use a local Excel file. Then, we will use a Google Sheet as a data source. And then, we will use an Excel file stored on the BusinessObjects server. So let's start with the first scenario, using a local Excel file. Here we are in Design Studio, and as a first step, we're creating a new data source and we're using the option Custom Data Source XLS. As you can see on the right hand side, we do have the option between a local spreadsheet, the BusinessObjects platform, or Google Sheets. In our case, we want to use a local spreadsheet. So I copy and paste the file from the folder to the actual application folder for the Design Studio application. Now we can go back to the properties and enter the name of the spreadsheet. And we can then choose the sheet of the actual spreadsheet in case we have multiple. Then we need to enter which column is the first measure column. So let's take a look at the data. In our case, it's a very simple spreadsheet, 1 column for dimension, 2 for measures. So we make sure it's 2 as a property. Now we're going to add a chart and a table to also prove that the data can be displayed and used inside Design Studio. So we're quickly adding a column chart and a table from the Visual BI utilities. And we're assigning the spreadsheet as a data source. And as you can see, both components display the data. As a second example, we are going to use a Google Sheet as a data source in our Design Studio project. So here we are in Design Studio, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a new custom data source, which is the XLS data source. We go to the properties and we switch to Google Spreadsheets. As you can see, we need the URL. So we go to Google Sheets, we open up the sheet that we would like to use in Design Studio. We go to the menu File, and you will find an item called Publish to the Web. That's the one we will use. We select the sheet, we configure the web page as option, and then we have the URL that is required in Design Studio. So we copy and paste the URL inside Design Studio, and now we can add a table and a chart to show that the data is now available as part of our Design Studio project. So we're going to quickly add the table and a column chart, and we're going to assign the data source, which in our case is the Google Sheet, and as you can see, the data is now available in our Design Studio project. As third option, we're going to use a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, save it to our BusinessObjects server, and then use the data in Design Studio. Here we are in Design Studio, and as in the previous steps, the first item we're going to do is add the custom data source. Then we go to the properties and set the item to the BusinessObjects platform. And now we can open up the dialog to upload our spreadsheet. Now it's important the file extension needs to be CSV. It's an Excel file. Just add the CSV file extension, upload it to your BusinessObjects server, and you can now use the Excel file as part of your data source. We go to Sheet 1, and like we did in the previous steps, we're just going to add a chart and a table to show that the data is now available as part of your Design Studio project. So here's the table, here's the chart. We're just going to assign the data source, and as you will see, the data is now available for both of those components. In case you are interested to try our extensions, you can go to our website, you can register, and then you will receive a trial for 30 days without any functional limitations, and you can give it a try with your own data. I would like to say thank you for listening to me, and I hope I was able to show you how you can use excellent spreadsheet data as part of your next design studio project.